Hey YouTube, Santa Frank here today doing part 3 of this PSA. It's a 130 card Pokemon blind reveal. Um, as you can see, these stacks here, um, over here, those are the PSA 10s, and we got 9s, 8s, 7, and 6. So as you can see, that stack of 8s is troubling. There's a big old stack of 8s going on. I had a goal of getting 30 PSA 10s out of this order, and it's not looking that promising, I'll tell you that. But there are some key cards coming up in this order that can really make up some of the ground. Plus, these are cards. Almost all these are just for my personal collection, so I'm not super worried about the cards grades. As we've been looking at the cards, I can definitely tell that I'm better at looking at cards now than I was when I sent this in. There's definitely issues with some of the cards, and I can see why the grader graded the way they did. But this is a tougher grader than the last one I had. So let's continue on. I mean, these were sent in over a year ago through the value bulk order. They only cost me $9 per card, so what a great time to send in cards back then. And plus, this is good training as I'm looking at these cards, because the days of $9 card grading are never coming back, guys. I mean, I hate to say that, but there's no way they're ever going to be that cheap again. You might not ever see $20 grading cards again. So I really need this training of looking these cards over to know which cards I should send in for once PSA opens back up. And it might cost $30 per card to grade at that point, and you have got to make sure that you have PSA 10 cards that you're sending in at that price. All right, let's look at this one. See, there's definitely a little white tip on that bottom edge. There's one up there. So not perfect on the back. Centering looks okay though. Wow, this is the Mewtwo. Very shiny card. This is from Shining Legends Secret Rare Mewtwo. I actually think the centering looks pretty good on the front. I think it could get a 10. This would be one of the key cards in the order, I think. If I can get a 10 on this, it makes up for some of those 8s. PSA 9. It's probably in between a 9 and a 10, and the tendency of this grader has been to go to the lower grade than the higher grade. Beautiful card, though. Love that one. Looks amazing in that case. All right, next one. I think the back looks really good. Centering even looks good. All the edges and everything look good. Ah, Cobalion. Centering on the front looks good. If this doesn't get a 10, I don't know what is going to get a 10 with these rainbow rares, these hyper rare cards. So I would say that's got to be a 10. I didn't see anything wrong. Okay, we did get a PSA 10 on one of these. A badly needed PSA 10. That one's from Team Up. Alright, let's get on 10 train here. Alright, so the back of this card looks really good too. No whitening on any of the edges or corners. It is a little bit fatter on the bottom. Maybe a little bit thicker over here. Gyarados. This is one of the key cards from Crimson Invasion. The front centering actually looks really good. I think we could get 2 10s in a row here, guys. And this would be really nice to get a 10. Ah, yes. Man, it's like a sigh of relief to get a 10 at this point. Especially on a nice card like that. That is really sweet to have as a 10. Okay, feeling better. Alright, this card. A little bit of a white tip there. And definitely thicker on the top. a little bit of a squarish, like a not a real rounded corner on that corner, even though it doesn't have whitening. Oh, this is Evolution's Reverse Mew. Let's see if I see any print lines on it. I don't see print lines. I think this could get a 10. It'd be tough to get an Evolution's 10, but it could get one. PSA 9. Okay. I have sent in a few Evolution's reverses, but they're not really in this order, which I'm glad I didn't send them in this order. So we did get a 9 on that one. Alright, this one's probably another Mew, if I was going to guess, except the regular hollow. Back looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit thicker on the top than the bottom. Ah, here we go. Another Mew. There's definitely a print line at the top. I remember whenever I sent this, I was thinking, oh, maybe they won't see that. Oh, they'll see that. They look at Evolution's hollows very closely for those. So the highest grade this could possibly get is a 9. But the centering looks good. I'm going to say it did get a 9. All right, there we go. That's actually a really good grade. It's almost impossible to get PSA 10s on Evo hollows. All right, this card. And the back looks really good, except for this corner has some whitening, and there's a little bit of whitening on that upper edge right there. You can see that. It is thicker on the top as well. Shining Ho-Oh. Beautiful card, but it is definitely not centered. I'm going to guess this got a 9, but with that top edge, this grader might have given it an 8. Oh, got the 9. Now this was definitely between an 8 and 9, and I got the 9. So thank you, grader, for giving me a 9 on that one. Alright, this card got a pretty big white tip down there. Big white corner down there. It's thicker on top than the bottom. Oh man, it's Shining Lugia. That's pretty bad centering. I'm surprised I sent this in on this order. Very much thicker on the top than the bottom, and thicker over. So this, I'd be surprised if this grader gave me a 9. I'm gonna guess this got 8, maybe even 7. Okay, got the 8. Well, that's my first ever Shining Lugia. I have picked up a couple more of these recently that I'm waiting to send in, and they're much nicer than that one. So that's okay. That one's fairly graded. Alright, this card got a white tip down there. Don't really see any other white tips. But that's a pretty big one. Shining Mew. The centering looks really good on that. I think this could get a 10. That corner might hold it back, but I think it could get a 10. And we got the 9. It's not perfect, so man, it's so hard to get well-centered ones of these. That's a heartbreaker to get a 9. That was another key card, and so was this one, that Lugia. Alright, next card, moving on. Okay, the back of this card looks perfect. The centering even looks really good too. Shining Volcanion. Maybe very, it looks like there's some, I don't know if that, it looks like a little bit of a couple dark spots there. It's thinner on this side. I'm gonna guess maybe the back says a 10, but the front looks more like a 9. Oh, we got the 10. Okay, well, we ended up on the positive side of that card. Okay, next card. The back, very much like that Shining Volcanion, it's a little bit off center, but the edges and corners are perfect. Shining Genesect. I think I have this in a 10 already. It's definitely thicker over here than here. So if they gave that Shining Volcanion a 10, I think this could get a 10. Oh, this one got the 9. A little bit too much off center for the 10. But this is one I can actually sell. So I have a 10. Alright, this card got a little teeny little white tip there. Definitely have a white tip there. Centering is thicker over here than here. Shiny Jirachi. Now, I don't think this is a 10 based on what I'm seeing on the back. Plus, it's thicker on top than bottom. I'll guess a 9 on the Shiny Jirachi. Yep, PSA 9. Totally fair on that one. At least the 9s are catching up to the 8s. This one, if you look really closely, there is a little bit of whitening on that edge down there, on that little corner section there. But overall, pretty good. Thicker on this side than over here. Shining Celebi. This is borderline key card out of this order. This is a promo. Centering looks really good. It could get a 10. I think it could get a 10. Oh, an 8. Dang. That's too harsh. That's ridiculous. That got an 8. I'm sorry. I've been halfway defending some of these 8s. This should not have been an 8. Okay. Let's move on. We'll do, let's see, box 4, I think. Let me see. Oh, we didn't do box 2. We skipped 2 and went to 3. Man, that one's a little bit of a kick in the butt. It didn't deserve an 8. Sorry. I'm going to disagree with the grader on that one. Okay, so this card is definitely thicker on the bottom. I'd say it's a little bit, it's a little bit thicker on this side. There's one tiny little white spot down there. Oh, Shining Rayquaza. This would be considered one of the key cards, but the centering on the front, definitely not that good. I can't imagine them giving this an 8, but this grader is not giving me very much love here. I'm going to guess a 9. Okay, that one did get to 9. There was no way it was going to get 10, so that's a good grade. All right, next one. Wow, lots of whitening on that upper edge up there. White on that tip there. Centering's off. There's white on those edges too. Shining Arceus, yeah. Centering very off on the front. I remember this one. This one I did not pull. I was wanting to send it in just to get a set. I've found nicer ones since then, but this looks like a 7 to me. See, I haven't got the 8. See, these two are the same grade. Are you kidding me? Like, that's ridiculous. This should have been a 9. It could have been a 10, I think. And then this one got an 8. Now I'm seeing some inconsistencies here, and that's when it gets irritating with PSA. This one, a couple of white tips on those corners, upper corners, definitely some down here. Ooh, Gyarados EX. This is a secret rare from Breakpoint. I would say it's thicker over here than over there, so I'm gonna guess this probably got a 9. Yep, PSA 9. I think I have this at a 9, so I might end up selling this one, possibly. This one definitely got white tip up there. Big white tip down there. Looks like there's a discoloration or a piece of dust or something right there. That's on the card. See, this is what I'm talking about. I should know better. Now, looking at cards, I know better than to send this something like that in that has like issues like that. Oh man, now I probably still would have sent this in because it's a secret rare. Mewtwo EX from Breakthrough, secret rare. The centering looks pretty good, but there's some issues on the back. It probably got an 8. Yep, PSA 8. I can live with that one. That's definitely gonna stay in the collection though. Alright, this card. There's a little bit of whitening on that corner. Maybe a tiny bit there. These are all the corners have a little teensy bit of whitening, not like major whitening. Ooh. Now this card is great. This is from Fates Collide, Secret Rare Alakazam. You've got awesome Umbreon back there. You have Lugia. What a great card. The centering on it looks really good too. I feel like this is between a 9 and a 10. But it's probably going to get a 9, I would guess. Ah, got the 9. That's awesome looking card. Love that one. That's my favorite one so far out of this submission. Whoa. Centering on this one's really bad. Very thick on top. Thicker over here than there. Bottom's thin. Got whitening on a couple of corners. Alakazam full art from Fates Collide. I would say this is an 8. I wouldn't feel good about calling that a 9. Yep, PSA 8. Centering, definitely bit that one. This card, we got a white tip on that corner. Got a white tip up on the top. So that's not boding well on this card. Kyurem from Ancient Origins. Centering is not great. It's thicker over here than there. I'm hoping for... See, this to me is an 8.5. Like, if you're going to give a half a grade, give it on this one. Yeah, I got the 8. That's consistent with what this grader's been giving me, though. Wow, centering is terrible on this card. The edges look great. Edges and corners, no whitening, but the centering is terrible. Very thick on the top and the bottom. Very thin on over here. Yeah, I remember this card. Now this, I sent this in thinking I might get an OC grade. But I don't think they, seems like they don't give out OC grades anymore. But you can tell on the front too. Very thick on top, very thick there. So this, if this gets an 8, I mean, if this gets a 9, then there's something wrong. Has to be an 8. Yep. Because of the centering. PSA 8. This is a card I would not send now, for sure. I was just trying to get an OC grade. And this one got whitening on that upper edge. A little bit of whitening there. There's a white spot there. White spots on the bottom. So this is probably heading for an 8, I can tell already. Ampharos. Thicker on top than the bottom. It's actually thicker on this side than here. This is probably 8. Yeah, PSA 8. Can't argue with that one. That would probably be 8 by any grader. This one is definitely off center. Much thicker on the top than the bottom. Thicker over here than there. Don't see whitening on the edges though. Altaria. Very thin on the bottom, thick on the top. I'm guessing this probably got an 8 because of the bad centering. Yep, PSA 8. This is probably another one I thought, oh, I'll get an OC grade. Nope, didn't. This one got a white tip down there. Got some whitening, pretty bad whitening right at the very top there. Whitening there. Centering is very thick on top, thin on the bottom. Kingdra, you can really tell the centering on the front. Very thick on top, very thin on bottom, very thin over here. This has to be no better than an 8. Yep, PSA 8. So these are fairly graded. Those are, they would not make 9s. Alright, this one, quite a bit of white tip there. There's a little bit of white on that edge up there. White tip there, and big white tip at that bottom corner. Oh no, this is my charge. I didn't realize there's that much whitening on this thing. This was pack pulled, guys. That shows you how rough the XY era is. Pack pulled cards come out looking like that with all that whitening. Definitely thinner on the top than the bottom. Man, I really want a 9 out of this, but this was definitely one of the key cards of the set of this submission. And that bottom corner, that's a big white tip down there. I think it's a little bit between an 8 and 9. It's probably closer to an 8 than a 9. So I bet you gave me an 8. Yeah, PSA 8. But would I be happy with that if they gave me a weak 9? Probably not. So it's going to stay in my collection, but it's probably fairly graded at an 8. This card, back looks great. Maybe very slightly thicker on the top. The Mewtwo EX full art from Evolutions. That one looks thicker on this side than that side. I think this is kind of between a 9 and a 10. So I'll guess. They don't give out 9.5s, so it's probably a 9. Hey, we got the 10 on it. So I actually have this one as a 10, so I can use this one to help pay for this order. So that's good. We did get a 10. This is gonna have to be the last one of this this video. Hopefully we have enough memory left to do this card. We got white edge there, or corner, white in that corner, thicker on top, a little bit thicker over here. Oh, Darkrai EX. I think I see a print line. Kind of like if you look at the etching, it seems like there's a line that goes across there. That's not good. The centering looks good. I'm going to say 9. Alright, that one did get a 9. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. Our stacks don't seem to be changing much. We're still getting tons of 8s. But as you saw in this video, almost all those 8s were pretty well deserved. There was one that was really frustrating that I think it should have been a 9 and possibly a 10, that Celebi. But it is what it is. Let's just hope we finish strong in these last few boxes. Alright, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.